will know exactly what you get. Total and utter tyranny. I want to make everybody submit to one world order governance under my rule.
Bro, like, he's scary as hell, bro. Like, damn. YouTube channels abandoned for disturbing reasons. Wow, okay, let's see.
Alexander Dean was a 24-year-old aspiring bodybuilder living in Belgium who spent nearly 2 years documenting his fitness journey on YouTube.
Okay.
His channel was small, with most videos only reaching a few hundred views, but the goal behind it was clear. Alex wanted to build a career around bodybuilding. So, like many fitness creators, he uploaded workout routines, training sessions, physique updates, and dieting content.
Bro, this guy is stacked. Okay, so he's just like doing videos about gym and that stuff. So yeah, I guess like those videos are normal, but we will see like what yeah, he began doing after that.
At first glance, there was nothing unusual about him or his channel. There were no public controversies or viral moments, and nothing to suggest it would one day become connected to one of Belgium's most disturbing criminal cases.
Criminal?
One upload,
Damn,
however,
what?
stood out from the rest. In a video titled Alex Dean
Criminal
Rant, Daily
cases.
Thoughts, Future, uploaded on July 20th, 2017, he discussed
Okay.
his plans for the future. In it, he discussed his life ahead, mentioning that his plan A was bodybuilding, but he also had a plan B, which, in his words, didn't look pretty.
So yeah, right now I'm just not sure what to do
Okay.
with everything, you know?
Plan B.
Like, normally I would not have a plan B. This is my plan A.
So what, like plan A, like he's not getting enough subs on his like gym videos on YouTube. So he's going plan B for like more views.
You know, the store and everything and bodybuilding.
All right.
But
Plan B.
you always gotta have plan B. But my plan B does not look pretty. So
A few users noticed him to be unusually down and expressed support in the comments. But after that exchange, the channel carried on as usual. Alex uploaded two
Like the thing is that he didn't say why he's going plan B. Is it because of the views or what exactly?
new videos the very next day. However, this was followed by silence. At the time, there was little to no reason for anyone to think something was wrong. Alex wasn't a full-time creator, and the channel had less than 200 subscribers, so taking a break was in no way unusual. Moreover, even some of the biggest creators sometimes disappear for weeks without ever explaining why. But what almost no one knew was that in the early hours of July 22nd, Alex had uploaded another video to YouTube separate from his usual training content. He was visibly distressed, talking about a girl he had recently broken up with, an 18-year-old named Mylis Descamps.
Bro, don't tell me like this, like all of this plan B stuff is because like his girl just like left him or something.
The video has since been taken down, but at the time, sitting on a channel with a very small audience, it went virtually unnoticed. Alex and Mylis had been together for around a year and a half,
Alright.
but by the summer of 2017, their relationship had come to an end, and Alex struggled to accept the breakup. After several
Well, I was right, so his girl like left him, but what that like supposed to like do with plan B?
unsuccessful attempts to convince Mylis to come back, he began to spiral. He started following Mylis everywhere. He showed up at her workplace, lurked around her family's property, and confronted her at her neighbor's house.
Wow, that's wild stalking. Okay.
Mylis's parents reported all of this to police multiple times, including calls to emergency services.
Alright.
2 investigations were opened into his behavior, but
Bro, like, fuck, bro. Like, I'm really sad about like most men. Okay, so why the fuck, bro? Like, most men doesn't like just like move on with their lives. Why, bro? Like, why? Just move on. There are 8 billion people in this earth. Okay, and there are like 5 or 4 billion women in this earth. So one woman, okay, out of those 4 or 5 billion. Why, bro? Like, look. It's really good. Okay, like the thing is that like all people have like loved ones, okay, and they can't like maybe leave them. But the thing is that for a man, um, like trying to convince a girl to still be with him, and the girl denying that, and the man like pushes it forward. This is not really good for the man, bro. Like the thing is that even if this works, like imagine like a man, okay, pushes up for the girl to just like stay with him. Maybe after like 2 months, it will work with him and they will stay together. So the thing is that that woman, if she's like not good, like or like if she doesn't like have really good manners and or something, she will think that okay, so now I can control the man, or like right. So I don't know like if you guys like understood what I mean. Okay, so the thing is that the like now like the man in the eyes of that woman is like below like it's like the respect is lower right now. Okay, the respect is lower. Like the woman will think okay, so this man can't like live without me, so yeah, even like if I angry him, if I do anything, it will like be good, it will not be a problem, or I don't know. So I like the thing is that it's like I'm not saying like people should just like leave everything be without like trying to fix things. No, people should try to fix things. But the thing is that if like the thing like if you feel that that person is really like denying you and he doesn't like want you at all, do not like try further. Like bro, like just like move on with your life, bro. Just move on. So yeah.
Alex was never once taken into custody. When Alex's attempts failed to move Milese, his desperation turned into a dangerous obsession. On July 24th, 2017, Alex traveled to the home of a 39-year-old amateur photographer named Jeroen Verstra.
Okay.
Jeroen had taken suggestive photos of Milese in the past, and Alexander had been unable to let it go. He later claimed he believed the photographer had physically harmed her, though the court would ultimately question whether that was true or whether the whole thing came down to jealousy. Alex broke into Jeroen's home and waited for him to return. When Jeroen arrived that evening, Alex ambushed him, held him captive for hours.
Bro, like the thing is that he doesn't like even have a like a proof about like that photographer like attacking his like girlfriend or ex-girlfriend. Like, why? Or like how? Bro, like people, bro, like people, oh my god, bro, I can't believe like people just like they reach like a an extent that they will just like do anything that they should do just like for them to get like the things that they want. Bro, I don't know, like the problem is that people sometimes reach okay a situation where they just like do things without any reason, just like because they are sad and they feel bad. Bro, people really need to learn how to move on with their lives.
And ultimately killed him. Jeroen's body was discovered the following morning by a colleague.
Killed him.
By then, Alex had already fled the scene, leaving
Oh
behind no
my
evidence that could
God,
connect him to
bro.
the murder. The
Oh
next
my
day, on July
God.
25th, Milese came home to her family's house and noticed a shadow moving inside. She'd been through this enough
Shadow.
times to know what it meant. She hid in the bushes outside and called her mother, who was away on a trip, and told her she was certain Alex had broken into the house again. Unable to get there herself, her mother asked Milese's grandparents, who lived nearby, to go to the house. When the three of them went inside,
Bro, like how the hell, like if a man is doing this to a girl, okay, and stalking her, and also like even like that man killed a man, right? He's a killer right now. So how the hell that woman will return to that man that is like a killer that is stalking her? Like how? Bro, like how? Oh my god, bro. Like this is I'm really sad about like those men that just like they ruin their lives because of like the shittiest things. They ruin everything, bro. Maybe he would have like a better girlfriend if he just like if he just like been patient enough, right? He just like continued like maybe if he continued making those videos, he will have like a new girlfriend. His life will like will be better. But no, he decided like to not move on and just like fix things on just like horrible ways, fixing in horrible ways. Like this is really bad.
They found Alex already waiting. At gunpoint, he forced them to sit at the table before making a chilling declaration.
Oh
I did
my
it yesterday,
God.
I'm doing it again today. Only later would investigators realize he was confessing to Jeroen's murder in real time. What followed was a tense, drawn-out conversation at the table. Mylisa's grandfather told him to leave his granddaughter alone and that no one needed to get hurt. Throughout this time, Mylisa's mother had been calling the house repeatedly. At one point, she reached the landline and Alex picked up. She told him the police were on their way. She also called a neighbor to check on the house, but Alex slammed the door in his face and the neighbor ran to call the police. Shortly after that call, Alex attacked. Unfortunately, by the time police arrived, Alex had already fled the scene, leaving behind Mylisa and her grandparents lifeless on the floor. A man who...
Bro, he killed them. Oh my fucking shit.
just days earlier had been known only to a handful of people as a small-time fitness YouTuber, was now the most wanted suspect in one of Belgium's most disturbing criminal cases. A nationwide manhunt was launched, and the next day he was arrested at a supermarket. As the investigators pieced together the previous 2 days, it became increasingly clear that Alex had been planning this depraved crime for several days. In a text conversation with a friend sent before the murders, he had written that he was about to do the dumbest thing he'd ever done, and described ending Mylisa's life.
This is really dumb, bro. Like, fuck, bro. Like, oh my god, bro. Like, this is. I really feel bad about like people ruining their lives, and like they have really like they have potential to be great, to do good, okay, and then they just like do things like that, okay. A girl left that man, and that man like suddenly he goes like raging mode, and he just like act weird, like in the most like weird ways, and he just like destroys his life with his own hands, with just like because of what? Because like because of what, bro? Because of a girl leaving him.
As a way of protecting her, saying he'd rather protect her forever by hurting her once. Looking back, his sudden disappearance from his YouTube channel wasn't a break. It was the point where his obsession and insanity, which he hinted at in Plan B...
Bro, he was like... He like... The thing is that he really like had a really bright future in this, like... Really, bro, like he really had a bright future here. He has like he even have good looks, okay, good body. He could continue like doing those gym videos and things, but unfortunately, bro, like this is really unfortunate.
He moved off camera and into real life. In May 2022, nearly 5 years after the murders, a Belgian jury found Alexander Dean guilty of murdering Jeroen Verstra, Mylisa de Camp, and her grandparents. He was sentenced to life in prison. Yet, his YouTube channel was never taken down, and to this date, his videos are available online as an unsettling record.
Yeah, I think like the reason why they didn't take down his channel is because his channel like he didn't upload videos, disturbing videos in his channel, like talking about like murdering or killing or something like that. That's why like his channel is up till now.
Of a young man's descent from ambition into obsession, with one upload where he publicly confessed his intentions days before committing the horrific crimes.
Well,
on February 20th, 2019, a teenager from Uckfield in England named Mark Williams made a YouTube channel to document his love for parkour and urban exploration. Although the channel started as Rooftop Legends, then changed to RoofTube, Mark eventually settled on the name Displays. In his initial videos, Mark was accompanied by his younger brother.
Just like don't tell me that he just like fell off and it just like died and... Bro, like those types of videos are really cool to watch, but I really am worried about like the people that are doing this stuff in the video. So I hope that nothing happened to that guy. Let's see.
As they visited different sites in the area. And even from those first uploads, two things are immediately clear. One was that this wasn't a harmless hobby. Whether he was scaling rooftops or being chased off by security guards, every upload showed that what Mark was doing carried real risk.
Yeah, she must be calling the police. Straight up there. Run.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
The other was that Mark genuinely loved what he was
Yeah, so the risk is not like because of the danger that he's like doing on like jumping on rooftops. It's also because like he just like enters zones that are, yeah, like maybe public or private zones that like he can't do like some types of things. So
doing. The effort he put into filming, editing, and documenting each adventure made it obvious that this was something he was deeply passionate about. But Mark was also a teenager who wanted more than anything to find people he could fit in with. Years later, his mother would describe him as someone who craved friendship and was far too trusting of the people around him.
yeah.
This detail would eventually become one of the
By the way, like, because, bro, I have, like, something called the third eye. Like, I think you knows, like, you guys, like, know about, like, this third eye thing. So, like, looking at his face, I see that he's, like, really innocent. Okay? I see, like, he has an innocent face, and yes, he appears like he really is a good person, by the way. And yeah, like, he trusts people, like, so easily. And this is, like, all it's not like always a good thing on the person that he just like trusts like anyone, okay, at first glance, okay, but yeah, he really seems to be a good guy.
most heartbreaking parts of his story. When his younger brother gradually stepped away from the channel, Mark's uploads grew inconsistent, and slowly his regular posting schedule fell apart. Then, on November 1st, 2020, Mark uploaded a video titled "This Place is Returning," explaining that he'd bought an action cam to film properly and was committing to a regular schedule again.
Okay.
I promise you, this place is coming back. I'm getting a new action cam. And I'm going to hit some serious videos. Not like the ones I used to do before, I mean proper ones. I'm just getting myself back in shape again. Especially during the night as well, no one can see me up here.
He also mentioned that the reason he'd been away was that he'd applied to become a police community support officer and had been rejected.
Oh.
Sorry about the long time. I applied to be a PCSO for some reason and I got rejected, so now, you know, I'm coming back full on. Properly coming back. Right.
True to his word, Mark started posting consistently, at times sometimes posting 4 or 5 videos a week. As the channel gained some momentum and built a small audience, some viewers started watching him regularly and even wrote in to suggest where he should explore next. Among those admirers was 19-year-old Lewis Ashdown. Lewis shared Mark's love of parkour and filming and commented under one of Mark's videos that he was from the same area and would love to meet up and film together sometime. That day came on the 9th of December 2020, when Mark posted a video exploring Uckfield's water treatment plant, joined for the first time by Lewis.
Alright.
Hi guys, I'm back here with Lewis. And we're going to do the water treatment facility in Uckfield on the industrial estate.
Okay.
The two got along immediately, and from that point on, Lewis became a regular in Mark's videos. By it, not long after, Mark took another break from the channel. He explained why in a live stream, saying he was feeling discouraged.
Damn, why?
I am not where my channel is going to go. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing these videos. I don't know if I'm going to be doing different videos or whether I'm going to stop completely. At this point in time, I don't know. I've been trained to get my SIA license over the past couple of weeks, and I can't really risk that. But I'm not sure at the moment. I need to talk with Lewis some more.
But why, like, because, like, he didn't get that license or approval of the thing that he was, like, going on with. Like, why, what it's had to do, like, with the videos that he was doing?
Work something out.
However, during this stream, Lewis joined under the username @MoraleUnknown1499 and started pushing Mark to keep going, throwing out.
Bro, don't tell me that that username that is called MoraleUnknown1499. He was Lewis, but maybe he wasn't Lewis. Damn, bro, like, this is bro, let's see where this is going. I don't know, like, let's see.
Ideas for future videos and suggesting new spots to film. Upon seeing these comments, Mark visibly lit up and started talking about what they were going to film together. Over the next month, Mark uploaded 2 more videos, walking around more abandoned sites with Lewis.
Please tell me, like, that user was the real Lewis.
And laughing together. What Mark didn't know at the time was that these 2 clips would be the last he'd ever film. On May 29th,
What happened?
2021,
What
he had
happened?
planned to meet up with Lewis to discuss a few ideas for the future.
Okay.
But when he found out that Mark had brought his younger brother along, Lewis said he didn't feel comfortable and didn't show up. He later convinced Mark to meet him alone in a different area.
So he brought like his little brother, and Lewis didn't like it, and then he convinced Mark to go to a private meeting on Furwar Field in Uckfield. Okay.
The two ended up drinking together, and even though Mark rarely drank, Lewis kept pushing him to have more. At 11:30 p.m., Mark
Damn, bro, like this, bro, like when I hear a story like telling about like friends drinking like too much and they went like to a private place or something, like I think like there's like something big that will happen after that.
called his aunt to say he was on his way home. She could hear Lewis in the background, telling her he'd make sure Mark got back safe. But Mark never made it home. And when
What?
several hours passed with no word from either of them, their families reported them both missing.
Oh,
For a small town like
both?
Uckfield, two people
What?
vanishing at the same time was almost unheard of. The first
Okay.
assumption was that they'd gone exploring somewhere dangerous and gotten hurt. Being what they were into, it wasn't hard to imagine them climbing something they shouldn't have.
Uh-huh.
Or maybe they just had too much to drink in the woods and couldn't find their way back.
All
But
right,
when
yeah,
investigators went to
maybe.
Lewis's house, they found bloodied clothing stuffed inside a wardrobe. Forensics
Blood?
confirmed the blood was Mark's. This
What?
instantly turned the missing person case into a potential murder
Wait, like, is there like someone that just like crashed into the house and killed them or something?
investigation. Lewis was eventually found at a friend's house. That same friend told the officers that Lewis had already confessed to him about taking Mark's life. In the days after the
What?
attack, Lewis turned up drunk
What?
and admitted he had
Bro, what
confessed to
the
him about
fuck?
taking
What?
found at a friend's
Wait,
person
wait.
case into a potential murder investigation.
Okay.
Lewis was eventually found at a friend's house. That same friend
Lewis is found at a friend's house. Okay.
told the officers that Lewis had already confessed to him about taking Mark's life.
What the fuck? A friend of Lewis convinced Lewis to take Mark's life. How the fuck like did he convince him? Like how, bro? What the hell is this?
The days after the attack, Lewis turned up drunk and admitted he had done something terrible. He then pulled out his phone and played a series of clips he'd filmed while committing the gruesome act. Officers recovered a total of
So Lewis like killed Mark?
7 clips from Lewis's phone. They were
What?
filmed over roughly an hour and were so disturbing that the court later
Oh my god, bro! I think like after like just like watching this video, I think like I will try to not like have friends anymore. What the hell, bro? Like, imagine like I am with a friend, I'm like with my closest friend, and then a friend a third one, I mean, and then he tells my friend, and then he convinces my friend to kill me. And by the way, like they were drunk also, so damn, bro, like oh my god, bro, like this is so
ruled the
bad.
footage too harrowing to be shown. But that left everyone with a single question. Why did Lewis decide to take his friend's life? The easiest explanation was that
Yeah,
the night just
why?
went wrong. Mark almost never drank, and he'd spent hours in the woods getting heavily intoxicated with someone he trusted. And considering how easily alcohol can turn an ordinary evening between two young men into something
Wow, bro,
ugly,
like- That's why like this alcohol stuff it's just like demon entering your mind, bro. Like
it's not hard to imagine how a simple argument or a shove could have escalated into real violence before
so
it
it means that Lewis is still alive, right?
spiraled out of control. But the issue with this theory is that Lewis had specifically made sure Mark
Bro, I'm really sad about Mark. I'm really sad about him, bro.
met him alone, which made the attack look less like a sudden drunken argument and more like something he may have been planning for some time. There was also the question of jealousy. Over the previous months, Lewis had worked his way from a stranger in the comments to a regular in nearly every video Mark made. But it was always Mark's name on the channel, Mark's audience, and Mark that people were watching for. So it doesn't take a lot of thinking to imagine resentment festering beneath that on-camera friendship. Both these theories were reasonable to some extent, and both, at the very least, gave the
Like Lewis like was just like thinking, okay, so I can kill Mark and then take his channel. Like that easy, like it like this will be done like that easily, like bro, like what?
killing something that resembled a reason. But both turned out to be wrong. because Lewis later told people that Mark, quote, annoyed him and deserved to be killed. He said he felt good doing it and didn't want to stop. The judge who sentenced him said we may never fully understand why he did it. Lewis pleaded guilty to murder in 2021 and was sentenced to life in prison with a minimum of 27 years. At sentencing, Mark's mother told the court that all her son ever...
Bro, I'm really sad about Mark, bro. Like, oh my god, bro. Like, he's really a good man. He like all that he wanted is just like good company. This is all what that guy wanted, bro. Oh my god.
wanted was a friend, and that he was too trusting of the people around him. That trust is what cost him his life. To this day, his channel is exactly as he left it, and all the videos with Lewis still show the same sense of friendship. Only now, viewers know what Lewis's intentions had been the whole time. In April 2013, 31-year-old Jared Miller created a YouTube channel to keep what was essentially a digital diary. Most of the uploads were of Jared filming his two cats, Leonardo and Oreo, as they played with each other.
Look at them. They're so cute. You guys are so cute. What you doing?
But the longer you watch, the more you realize something is seriously wrong with this channel. Because in between these cat videos, Jared would suddenly drift into long and at times disturbing rants about the government. For example, in a video titled Oreo, Leonardo, and Drones, he randomly started talking about a conspiracy theory magazine and how the government was spying on people.
Oh, I see.
Check this out. This is quite disturbing.
Okay, let's see. What's the disturbing thing? Drones.
Are they watching you? This is a whole magazine.
Okay.
On drones.
Well, I believe that also. Yeah, we are being watched, okay?
Whole magazine.
Everyone knows that.
About it. No ads.
Yeah, maybe like I think like this was like years ago when he filmed that. Like maybe people like didn't know, but nowadays like all people know that stuff. Like yeah, we are being watched. We know that.
All about drones. So are they watching you? Probably. I mean, they're already wiretapping your phones, you know, watching your Facebook and everything, and they're probably watching this video of me right now. I don't care. Congrats.
True.
At the time, Jared already had a long history of feeling trapped by authority. He had been arrested repeatedly over the years, with charges connected to guns, drugs, and assault. By the time he was posting these videos, he was on house arrest for selling illegal substances, confined inside his apartment with nowhere to go. And this apartment happened to sit directly across from the county courthouse, which became a strange fixation for him.
Here's my front window here. I can look out my front window.
Okay, what's in there? Oh.
And you look a little closer.
Okay,
there you go, right in the middle of that frame.
Yeah, what's that?
That is the courthouse.
Oh.
It's a beautiful building.
Okay.
Even though it is a monument to authoritarianism. You gotta go get your marriage license. You gotta go get gun permits. Whatever it is, you have to go down to that big stone structure monument to tyranny.
All right, I guess so.
Crawling and groveling on your hands and knees. Oh, give me permission to do this. Give me permission to do that.
To any viewer randomly finding this video back in 2013, it may have sounded like just another obscure anti-government rambling buried somewhere on YouTube. But when you watch these uploads together, they start to feel like a record of Jared's thoughts tightening around him. In July 2013, he posted a series of videos of him speaking directly to his...
Bro, like, he's scary as hell, bro, like, damn. I think, like, him, like, acting in an horror movie, I think, like, he would do good. He would do good.
Wife, Amanda Miller, while also crying about how much he missed her as he served his time. But even in that emotional state, his obsession found its way back in, as he blamed the misery in his life on what he called the New World Order. Once his sentence was over, Jared and Amanda left their home in Indiana and headed west in early 2014. They first settled in Las Vegas, where they tried to make money by dressing as characters for tourists. Amanda performed as Harley Quinn, while Jared often dressed up as the Joker. Jared would also use the same Joker costume to make more videos for his YouTube channel.
I'm the Joker, and I'm running for president because year after year I've watched you Americans
In the video, Jared pretended to run for president, promising his viewers total and utter tyranny while treating the destruction of the country like a campaign platform.
You will know exactly what you get. Total and utter tyranny. I want to make everybody submit to one world order governance under my rule. Not
I think like the thing that he's doing here is he's just like acting as the, you know, like the deep state, or like I don't know like what you guys like call it, right? So they are acting like them. So like he's showing people what they are trying to do. Okay. I mean the higher ups.
these pathetic little puppets they got right now. No, seriously, just vote for me, America.
He grinned through the whole thing and called it tyranny on a madman's scale, selling mass violence as if it were a joke his audience was in on. Though the video was meant to be satire, no one watching at the time realized it also foreshadowed the horrific things these beliefs would eventually push Jared to do. And in April of 2014, he finally found a place where those beliefs seemed to have a purpose. He and Amanda traveled to the Bundy Ranch standoff in Nevada, where armed protesters had gathered against the federal government over a long-running land dispute. For Jared, this looked like the beginning of the revolution he'd been waiting for. But even there, surrounded by armed anti-government protesters, Jared and Amanda stood out
So that's what like he wanted. Let's see like what he did.
for the wrong reasons. Before long, they were asked to leave because their views were considered too radical, even by people who had already taken up arms against federal authority. So they returned to Las Vegas with nowhere left for their anger to go. By then, Jared had spent more than a year recording himself framing the government as an enemy and fantasizing about some sort of revolution. And on the morning of June 8th, 2014, they tried to force that fantasy into existence. Jared and Amanda put on tactical gear, filled duffel bags with weaponry, and walked into a Cece's Pizza on North Nellis Boulevard, where two Metro officers, Alan Beck and Igor Soldo, were eating lunch. At around 11:30 a.m., they passed the officer's table, turned back, and before they even had a chance to react, lost their lives.
What?
And to carry this revolution forward, the couple crossed the street to a nearby Walmart where they threatened people to leave. But a shopper named Joseph Wilcox moved toward Jared to try and stop him. Unfortunately, Joseph didn't realize Amanda was behind him, and she took his life before he could intervene.
Bro, they turned to murderers? What? Like he and his girlfriend. Bro, like what? Like what the hell like is happening like to people? Like sometimes like people like act good, okay? And then like after like some time they appear like just like as like a different kind of person. Like what the hell is going on with those people? Like what's happening to those people, bro? Like what? What the hell?
Minutes later, two teams of officers arrived at the scene and blocked all the exits. As they entered the building, Jared and Amanda would begin to fight back. However, they were outnumbered and outmaneuvered as the officers pushed them into a small corner. The standoff lasted almost 24 minutes before Jared lost his life. Amanda was also found to have suffered a similar fate. But even after all this, investigators still didn't fully understand what Jared and Amanda had been trying to achieve. That part only became clear when officers searched their apartment and found a detailed plan to ambush a courthouse, take it by force, and wreak havoc on the officials inside. And suddenly, Jared's old video about the courthouse outside his window felt less like a meaningless rant and more like a blueprint he'd been filming in plain sight. The tyranny he promised in Joker...
Bro, like, okay, so we know that the governments or, like, the world leaders, I know, like, they just, like, want power and everything. We know that, but it doesn't mean that we just, like, kill people. Like, bro, like, they are innocent. Like, those soldiers are innocent. They just, like... They are there to just, like, fulfill their job and the thing that they want to do, okay? So the power-ups, like, I mean, the higher-ups, that they would just, like, want to control everything, okay? Well, they are the ones that we should blame, but the soldiers, okay, below them, like, everything below those higher-ups, we can't, like, they are innocent, bro. Below them, they are innocent.
Makeup as a joke turned out to be more real than anyone watching earlier could have imagined. So, while the attack ended inside a Walmart, the warning signs had been sitting on his YouTube channel for more than a year, slowly building toward a horrific tragedy that took 3 innocent lives. Mitchell Dang was a 25-year-old woman from Norcross, a quiet suburb just outside Atlanta, Georgia. She was born into a Vietnamese family and still lived at home with her parents and 2 sisters. After finishing high school, Mitchell worked several different jobs before eventually becoming a lash technician at a local boutique. Outside of work, she also had a small self-titled YouTube channel, which would end up being watched for the most unsettling reasons. Most of her videos were about makeup, online shopping, vacations, and occasionally vlogs
Well,
from her everyday life.
Yeah, that's like the normal thing that any woman can do, like online. See
It was just Mitchell documenting small pieces of her life and sharing it with her small audience. So, on Saturday, August 26, 2023, when she posted a vlog about getting ready for a concert at Alley Cat Atlanta, there was nothing about it that seemed out of the ordinary.
Shirt, and then I'm wearing a black mini skirt. I'm just going to go and dance my heart away.
She was showing off her outfit and looking forward to having a good time, but unfortunately,
Oh my god, bro, like how like makeup can really change the face. Like the makeup can change like the face from this to this. From that to that. Yeah, glory be for the makeup. Okay, anyways.
this wouldn't be the case. After
okay.
having dinner with her family, she left home and drove into downtown Atlanta, only to never come back home.
What
At
the
first, when she hadn't returned by the next morning,
what
her
happened,
family
bro?
wasn't particularly worried. She
Okay.
was 25 years old, it was a Sunday, and crashing at a friend's place after a late night out wasn't unusual for her. But when Monday came and went with no word, her family started fearing the worst. And a couple of days later, that fear was answered by a police visit. Because on Wednesday morning, someone else had found Mitchell first. At around 7 a.m. on Wednesday, August 30th, a parking attendant was
So
cleaning a
what's happened,
downtown
bro?
garage when he noticed a foul smell drifting through the structure. He
What?
followed it toward one of the stairwells, and hidden deep beneath the stairs, he found the remains of a young woman. He called the police
bro.
immediately, but it was difficult
like,
to identify her
stashed.
right away. The only thing they had to work with was a small detail on her right wrist, a wristband from Alley Cat Atlanta. This helped officers identify the victim as Mitchell, who had been missing since the night of the concert. But identifying Mitchell only made the scene more confusing. Officers couldn't find her car anywhere inside that garage, so they now had to figure out why she ended up in a building she had no clear reason to be in. Officers combed through hours of grainy surveillance footage from the area, and the one thing that finally let them pick Mitchell out of a crowd was the very outfit she'd modeled for her viewers just hours earlier in her cheerful vlog on her channel. At some point after the show, Mitchell had gotten separated from her friends and was walking alone, struggling to find her car while she was visibly intoxicated. That's when a stranger approached her and offered to help. At first, she tried to wave him off, but the man kept following her and insisting that he could help, until eventually Mitchell allowed him to walk with her. According to official reports, he then led her toward the parking deck, where she was later found, which possibly means he may have used the fact that Mitchell wasn't sober to make himself seem harmless.
Bro, that's why, like, by the way, let me just like tell you guys something. Like, first of all, like, I'm a Muslim, okay? So the thing is that in this religion, Muslim religion, in Islam religion, okay, so the thing is that the woman can't like go out without like someone being with her, like for example a brother, okay, like her father, or like a friend. No problem, a friend. It's not like because woman is weak, okay? No, woman is strong. But the thing is that, bro, like it's better for the safety of the woman, okay? Like things like this might happen, right? And I'm not saying like this woman is not smart or anything. No, like she might be smart, but the thing is that maybe that man, like he just like he planned it right, and yeah, he just like, I don't know like what he did to her, but anyways, okay, so yeah, the girl like need to be like with someone. Like she can't like just like go alone like in the midnight hours to just like go and have fun. That's it. Like yeah, like people should be careful, like especially like for their like girls and daughters.
Long enough to get her somewhere isolated, and once they were inside the stairwell, he turned on her. Investigators later found that Mitchell's death was caused by acts of violence. Afterward, investigators used the same surveillance footage, along with transit records and other evidence, to identify the man as 24-year-old Jacavius Arnold and arrest.
Bro, this man's face, like it's like bro, like you can tell you can tell what this man is, bro. Like this man is really a he's really a bitch, bro. He's really a bitch. You can tell that from his face, bro. He's not really a good guy. He's not really a good guy, bro.
arrested him on September 22nd. But even after his arrest, they still didn't understand the full extent of what they were dealing with. According to police testimony, Jacavius admitted that Mitchell was not his first victim. He described approaching other vulnerable women at night, presenting himself as someone willing to help.
So yeah, that's why I told you, people. That's why, like, the problem is that people like him, okay, they are widely available, okay, in those places that most like women go, right? So that's why, like, people really should be careful about like where they are sending their children, where they are sending their like daughters, like they really should be careful. They are patiently waiting for an opportunity to do like things like that, or maybe like raping and things. So yeah.
Before turning on them the moment they were isolated. Jacavius Arnold was later found guilty and sentenced to life in prison. As for Mitchell's family, the video she had uploaded on her channel to share her excitement for a night of music became the last recorded memory of her life.